All right, we have discussed about get and post requests last day, and I have asked you to create a form. So if you can remember, I have asked you to create a form showing all the kind of form elements. So basically here, create, so these things, create a form to enter user data such as username, date of birth, complete address, including the country, gender, civil status, hobbies, telephone number, these details. Basically, what I need you to do is a create form. Then using PHP form handling. Then I asked to use PHP form handling and insert this to a PHP database, right? So let's see that now. So let me start MAMP. So you can start your XAMPP version or WAMP, Windows Apache MySQL PHP or MAMP that you can start for Windows, WAMP or XAMPP. Actually, for Linux, I'm just using MAMP, Mac OS, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. Okay, so let me create the form immediately using brackets to include all these fields. Name, date of birth, address, country, gender, civil status. Okay, those are the things. Let's create one. I'm using paragraphs. That is easy for me. Let's use a form name. Let's say user FRM user. And method, let me use post because I'm using password as well. And action is to which page I'm going to submit this. So let's say process.php, and that is the page that I expect to submit this. And end of my form. So now let me save this file. Save as. You can do this with me if you have not done. If you have done, that is okay. If you have not done, please do this with me very quickly. Don't take much time because like we need to do the database part also. I'm saving this inside MAMP folder and htdocs. You can save inside the XAMPP htdocs. I'll be creating a new form. So let's say user. Inside that, I'll be saving this as index.php. Save. Okay. So I'm going to access by using a server request now. My subfolder name is user. So it's inside the htdocs main. So you can say I can access localhost 8888 is my port. We have discussed this already. What is the port and all? The port is the place where the deliver HTTP service. Normally this is 80. When this is 80, you don't want to explicitly type this. When this is 80, you don't want to explicitly type it because it will be simply localhost/user because your documents are saved inside the XAMPP folder, sorry, MAMP folder inside htdocs. That is the main. When you call localhost, it will direct you to this folder in the server, right? The request will go to this folder. But the thing is, I said that I have installed this two servers, therefore I have installed this in 8888 port. So when I access 8888, it's showing this index.php file, right? Actually, this is the one that I think I have created this before. Yes, it's showing a loop to print 1 to 10. So this is repetition part, right? So it's showing that file. That is the basic. But inside that you have user folder. To access that, you have to type /user. then you will be accessing the user folder. Actually, nothing is there. You can see, sorry, index.php is there. So let me open that, and that is empty file. For the moment, nothing is there. It's only empty form. So let me fill this form with details. First of all, so as a paragraph, I'm going to enter the first name. So I can include this into input type text name equal, let's say, first name and a self closing tag. So similarly, I need to add few more credentials, few more details, middle name and the last name. Let's add the middle name. Let's add the last name. And I need the title as well. I'm going to add it here. Title. So that can be multiple options. So the options can be given using input, select box. Select name, let's say title, let's say TT. Inside that, the options. I'm going to add few options. Option value, let's say the first value is option. The first value I'm going to enter is MR for Mr. And that option contain MR. Similarly, I'll be adding few more options: Mr., Mrs., Miss, Doctor, Reverend, Mr., Mrs., MS, MISS, then Doctor and Reverend, maybe Prof as well. Save it, and now we can see there are options. These are the titles available. Then the first name, middle name, and last name. So FN here, MN here, LN. Okay. So now it's time to add other details. So what are they? The date of birth, address, having country. Let's copy and paste this one more time. I need to add the date of birth. So can be added input type date, DOB, save, score, refresh. You can see the date that is added. Selecting date of birth. What else I need? Address and the city. So the address including the country. So then you have to type, address can be typed this way. So let's add it to line, few lines. Address line 1, address line 2, address city and the country. ADDRESS line 1. Better to separate this, because like when you save this, so then you can get different, like address line 1, basically the house name, road name, city. Actually, you can use city options, right? City options can be given similar to this. So if you know the cities, city options can be given. The country options can be given. So let me give few options. So if you want to give options, you can give this as a select box similar to this. So better if you can, otherwise users will enter different values. Country. So let's say the first country is LK for Sri Lanka. Then IN for India. And let's have a few countries, PK for Pakistan. Sri Lanka, India, and Pakistan. Let's limit that. You can add multiple countries, but so let me limit that. And now we have the country option also. Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan. And the city addresses should not be this. Address line 1 should be text. Text. Say L1. Address line 1, AL1. This is also a text. Address line 2, AL2. City, you can provide options. Again, provide a select box with options. So let's give main cities. Say GAM. This is city, right? I'm not going to give cities in India, but just some values. Game, candy, COL. Likewise, I can add options. GAL, MAT, okay, immediately complete this section. Then here address line 1, address line 2, and the city will be listed. If you need like postal code can be asked. Right up to now we have filled these details. So can you complete this very soon? Let me know. I'll give you only like 3 minutes. So please complete this soon, right? So then what else I need to add? Address, okay. Then gender, the civil status, hobbies, telephone number, username, password, okay. Title of the name, okay. I have added profile picture. Need to add that as well. But so what remains? Country is done. Gender remains. I need to add that. So you have to add that as well, right? Gender, civil status or marital status, hobbies and telephone number, username, password. These things you need to add. I couldn't add that. Please add the form immediately. So if you have created that, I could easily start this. But since you have not done, that's why I'm giving this again. The highlighted thing, can you add? Try to add soon. Then this will be done. Here you have what? Gender 2 and the highlighted things. Do it quickly. You have 4 minutes. Right, let's add the other things like so what else? And gender can be added as a either as a Dropbox or radio button. So paragraph, I hope you can remember what radio buttons are. So this we have discussed already. Let's say gender, input type equal radio. Then you can say value equal, let's say male, name equal gender. This is male, and then the female part that can be added after this. So radio value female, and name is same, right? Name is gender. So why the name is same? Because you know, if I change this name to male and female, so these will be independent. Here you can select male, female. This should be female, right? Then you can select male, female, male or female, male or female, female or male. But if you keep this as, let's say, if you keep this, if you change this name to female, female, and male, then it will become independent. Means you can select male, you can select female. Now both are selected. You cannot untick one stick because it's not one of this. It's not grouped. Therefore, you have to put both on the same name. So that is a tip in the radio button. Hope you can remember that. We have learned that in forms. So then similarly, you can add the civil status, married, unmarried. Married, unmarried. Yes, married, unmarried. Civil status, let's say CS. CS. So that is also done. What else you need to add? Hobbies, telephone number, username, password. Hobbies. Let's add few, right? You can add check boxes. Hobbies. So let's add the aesthetic activities there, right? Aesthetic activities like input type check box, value, say music, name. Now these are independent. Music. Similarly, let's add few. This is for music. Let's add few: music, dancing, reading, arts, computing, traveling, photography, few, right? Music, dancing. Then art. Reading. Traveling. Photography. Sports. Okay, now you have some check boxes also. Like advantage of having check boxes is this, so you can independently select them. You can either select multiples. That is also supported. Okay, a few more to go. Telephone number, username, email, username of the email, and the password. Telephone number. Can say TP number. Input type TP, so input type number, or input type, okay, number, TP, name, TP. Can be written like that, but that will be like given. So this increasing, decreasing numbers, right? So when it is a number, it's given like this, but anyway, you can start type numbers. These texts are not allowed here, only the numbers. But you can control this. I'm not sure, input type telephone. Can we add like that? No. Input type text is possible. And you can control this text name TP. Size is, let's say, lets you have 12 characters, and max length is 10. That means more than 10 characters you won't be able to type. But here you will be able to type characters, right? A, B, C, D, like characters also you will be able to type. Not only the numbers, right? But not more than 10. After 10, you will not be able to type any number. So you can do the validation like this, or you can give number too. But when you give number, the problem is that this will be displaying this number box, right? You cannot type text, but you can write numbers, but it is infinite. It's not limited. It's not infinite, but it is not limited to 10 or 12. So let's keep it to text, right? So you can put the number, it depends, right? Let's keep it to text. Validation can be done using JavaScript. Username and the password. Input type, this is email, let's say email. Input type email. Name, let's say username. Password. Input type password. name PW. And so when you are getting a password, so it's a good practice to have a confirm password to check whether you have typed the same password. Confirm password. Okay, then password, confirm password, both are done. So is there email validation? So then let's add buttons. Finally, input, type, submit, value, save, and a clear button too. So please complete that now. Value clear. And we have two buttons, save and save will try to access process.php and clear will clear the values. Okay, so this is my form. It is a bit larger form because it has almost all the details, all the type of controllers. Some controllers are not there. For example, I have taken address as this, but instead of this text boxes for address, you can get text area, right? Address line 1, line 2, you can get, instead of this, you can get text area. So let me type here address, you can get a text area. So if I am typing a text area, so this is how you need to type text area calls. You have to give the number of columns and rows, say 4. This is it. So that is possible, right? To give the address in a text area, and name need to be given. This is in case if you're typing address in multiple lines. Text area can be after. Now all the controllers, almost all the controllers are visible here. So please add these controllers to your form. Please add these controllers to your page form. Then let's do the submitted part in PHP. Okay, so you can add few controls actually if you want to validate these things, emails and all. So you have some controls you can add, like, so for labels also, like you can add the, instead of just typing this telephone number, you can say like this. You can say label tag, label for the TP. Then you can say the telephone number or the phone. Label for phone. So this is like a better way of mentioning like a label. Label means better way of, so but that will not do any formatting, but it's just a better way of mentioning this. You can say TP number. So see what will happen. So nothing special, just add in a section to the label. So here you will not be here, no specialty, right? No specialty. Only thing is it's adding some separator, a specific section for that. And also the telephone number, you can add the tel, input type tel, and then you can give the format. Right, input type tel, and you can say you can give a pattern like without being given like this. So let's give a pattern. Pattern of these actually can say within quotation. You have to type numbers here, 0, 7, 1 something, 0 to 9. The characters you can include 0 to 9, 0, 7, 1, that 3 times, 3 characters. Then after that what? Maybe a dash if you want to write dash, a dash, or you can just put space if you don't need any dashes. Then again from 0 to 9. So how many characters? 0, 7, 1, 9, okay, 3 characters, let's say another 3 characters. And after that, another 4 characters. 0 to 9, 4 characters. So likewise, you can add a pattern too. Right? When you give a pattern like this, then the input pattern will be, and then you can say whether this is optional or required. Required. RAQUI required. Required. It's showing with the optionality. And also phone number can be given. A name can be given. Name is TP. Name is TP. Okay, let's see what will happen when you like this. Okay, a telephone number you can see now. But this is not actually, you can type this freely, but you can show a placeholder to indicate. Placeholder to indicate, okay, 071 something. So this placeholder will be displayed here. You have to give the telephone number this way. Then the follower need to input telephone numbers similar way. So that can be guided. That can be guided. So please write how to guide the user to input that correctly. How do we guide the user to input that correctly? Input type tell, then you can give the name and the placeholder and a pattern. That format will be, but you can type other formats, right? So please add that part. Okay, I hope you have added that. Right, so here, like, since it is required, you can fill like that, but the thing is, like, when you try to fill this unwanted way, it says please match the format. So you have to follow the format accordingly. So these things are new to the HTML. Earlier days, these sections were not there, right? But these things are now new to HTML. With HTML5, you can do the validation also. Otherwise, you have to use some JavaScript for validation, but this is easy, right? Email also can be validated using HTML5. Email can also be validated, right? HTML5 can be used to validate email too. So what you need to do is, again, similarly, input type email, and you can make it required again. So just mentioning required, let's see what will happen. Oh, it's not very easy. Refresh. So let's try to make it a format. You can give a pattern. But pattern, when you are giving the pattern, you have to, like, be careful. You have to give a regular expression. These are called regular expressions. So the valid characters need to be given. I'll give you a regular expression, but so this will be little bigger. So let's say input pattern. So similar to this pattern, I can give the regular expression inside this. So what is this regular expression? This explains a valid email. So you can remember, don't worry, this will not be asked in the examination. So this is not. So within bracket, you have to say the characters, what? The character can be A to Z and A to capital Z. These are valid characters. And even after that 0 to 9 numbers can also be followed, but initially it should be a letter. Then after that, actually what else possible? Dots are possible, but then so what are the characters to be avoided? Right, not these characters. What are not the characters? Not the hash, not dollar, not percentage marks, no ampersands, then no single quotations, no asterisks, no pluses, no asterisk, no pluses, no dashes or hashes, no equal signs, no question marks, then caps, underscores. So likewise, what to avoid, you can give that as well. Then angle quotation, braces, pipe mark, braces, tilde mark, all these characters, dash marks, square brackets, that can be given. So what to avoid. And after that, after this, you need to surely place the add mark. And after this, again, you can add characters from A to Z, A to Z, or A to Z, or 0 to 9. Right, then plus after that you can put any additional, so any we just put this let's finish the regular expression, and you can say it's required email. Let's see the validation. Refresh. Okay, that is done. Okay, you can see, please include at in the email address. At sign is must. Save, no. And then incomplete. Let's try. Okay, now it's completed. You can say, and com part also after that .com. So I have not added that, but you can just add the .com part too. I have not added at that part, but this is just showing some email, and I'll give you a regular expression, easy one. HTML5, right? Pattern. Pattern email. For email address, so there are different patterns. Okay, this one can be taken. A to Z, capital A to Z, this 0 to 9, and this can be taken. These are different ways that it's given patterns, but or you can just type this, right, in HTML5. So just type in email, will do the validation, but without pattern. Let's see, without the pattern, let's try. So HTML5, in order to indicate that HTML5, you have to type here doc type DOCTYPE HTML, save, smooth here, refresh, and I'm going to enter 091. I'm just trying to say, okay, you can see, please fill the field. Yes, and you can see email is automatically validated, right? Okay, so that will happen. Even the pattern is missing, so HTML validation will happen in HTML5 version. So no need to worry about the pattern. You can see it's required. When I try to fill, the pattern will be checked. The required property will check whether the required property will also check whether user has input something. Here also you can mention this required property. So please update this field. I'm going to update this middle name required, last name required, date of birth. Anyway, it's a date. You can say required address is this city, then the country, male, female. You can say it's required. It's already there. The hobbies, TP number. You can say it's required. Just done. Email password is required. The confirm password is required. Okay, done. Now let's do the validation. Let's try to submit. You can see the field. You have to fill the forms, otherwise won't be able to submit there. And the patterns are there. Here for the email address also, you can give the placeholder. Placeholder equal user at host.com, something like this, and showing this. It's a placeholder, right? Once you type, it will displace what to type there. So it is better to have a placeholder. Address also you can type a placeholder, but I'm not sure whether it's in the address. This one, the placeholder character is. So let's try to add and see. Placeholder number 10 church for okay, you can see the placeholder will appear there, right? So the address, city can be ignored. You can show this. So new line character, I'm not sure whether you can add new line like this. No, it's not adding. No, T1. Say BR, but I'm not sure. BR can, no, not like that. So let's write in single line. Using a comma. Okay, I'm done. Complete the forms with the mistakes. The placeholders, patterns, please use that. Complete it quickly. Don't take much time. This is HTML form part, still the HTML form part. So I'm completing, I'm adding some HTML5 elements, controls, right? Patterns, regular expressions, validation. So I know these things are missing. So you have not added these things. Please add these things soon. We'll give you 4 minutes more. Right, next is form submission. This I'll guide you. The remaining part, I'll keep it to you because like you are so silent today. So it seems that you are not doing. Mostly when you are silent, I know one thing. Either you don't have computer to do that with you. You think that you will watch the recording and do that later. That is one reason. The second reason is you are lazy at doing this. You are not doing anything. You are just watching the movie. You think that A-level ICT class is a movie and you came here to watch a movie. So that is the second reason. So either reason, I know that you are not doing it today, right? So that I cannot really understand because when you are doing, if you are really doing, I know you are doing it. But now I can understand that you are not doing it. Therefore, I want you to do it, right? Therefore, I'll keep that part to you. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to guide you how to get this, how to write this process.php and how to collect this first few variables. The remaining variables, please complete it and send it to me. Please complete the PHP file and send it to me. I'll check it. So that is better, right? Rather than otherwise, like I think I have to go to the examination and face your examination because you don't want to do that, no? So you need me to go to the examination, face the examination on behalf of you. So that won't happen. That is a dream. That is a daydream. So let's work hard. And actually, if you work, if you like practically do this, point number one, you will do this in the examination for sure. Point number two, you will be a successful person. So I like point number two rather than point number one. I know that you can write the examination by heart in Katapadang Kalla, Manahari Kalla, you can do the examination, either you can copy and do the examination. So there are multiple ways of doing the examination, getting a pass. But success of the life depend on how hard you work and how you practice and how you understand the concepts, right? So that is not just the examination. Examination is just to show some result to somebody. But if you need result, you have to work. Your result is your improvement. If you want to improve, practice it. I'll give this test and let's see. Then I can understand whether you really want to do this or not. Next day, I can cut down the time that I'm giving to you to practice. So I can see quickly finish the syllabus. That is good for me as well. I can cut down the time that I'm giving to the practice, because if you're not doing that, so why should I allocate a time? I can remove that time. Then I can say simply what I can do is I can simply complete the content without giving you, and that is also saving my time and saving your time. I can make this class actually 40 minutes or 50-minute class then, because like with the my speed and all these things, I can cover the things syllabus very soon without doing 1.5 hours content. That is unnecessary. Anyway, let's try to write the process.php file. So I'll be writing this now. The PHP file, I'm starting with the PHP syntax. And I'll be saving this as in the same location. The file name is process.php. I'll be saving this inside my man folder, inside htdocs, inside my user folder, that is process.php. Save it. And inside that, I'll be writing echo-win. I'll be actually, I'll be printing an array. So this is a testing code, printing an array of $_post query. So this is all what I'm going to do. Print an array, print an array, $_post query. Okay, let's see. Refresh, submit. Don't worry, it won't be submit because I have not filled this. Halfway done. No, I have to fill all because I made it required. Let's put a fake birthday and male, married, and so some events like this. Say password is ABC and confirms ABC. Submitting this, and you can see it's submitting this array of information in process.php. So this array returns from the previous. Actually, this is not what I need, but this is very important. So let me copy this. Why this is that much important? This has all the field names as well as field values. So I can write there, just paste it, and then I can assign this to variables, very easy. $title, TITLE, equal $_post. Then I have to mention this TT, that is the title, within the single or double quotation. Okay, the title is taken. Then title is MR, that will be taken FN. To get the FN, let's copy this one more time. The title is assigned the FN, $FN, $_post, then the variable name is FN. Let's copy and paste this few times. Middle name and last name, same man, middle name and LN for last name. You can see MN is MN, the variable is MN, here variable is LN. So all the variables and the values will be returned to you using this print R command, print array. The DOB, date of birth is equal to $_post. The variable is DOB. Likewise, so this way you can keep adding, keep assigning all these things. You can see address is this, city is this, country is LK, gender is this, gender is male, CS, civil status, and then dancing is ticked, art is ticked. Okay, TP is given, UN is given, and the password is also given. Likewise, please collect all the information, all this into the variables, then print it in a table. That is the activity that you need to do by next week. But I'll be checking this, right? I'll be checking this. Don't come to the classes if you are not done. So then that is the easiest way of I know that then next day I can give actually unofficial leave to the class if you have not done. But don't do that. Be honest. Try to complete this. Right? Try to complete and come to the class. Okay. So please take a screenshot. This is the process.php file, and this is how you're accessing that. You have all the information submitted there. So please go through that, watch the video again, do this, complete this, and send it to me. Okay then, good night.